Okay, so the next track I'm going to be talking about is going to be another interesting ZPL one. I actually really like this one. It's an upgrade, a visual upgrade of an old track in the pack, Delfino Island. It was originally by Vulcanus and then got some updates by Brawlbox, I believe. ZPL's taken the track and just made it look visually a lot better, which is, in my book, a huge W, a very huge W. It's not like the most creative overhaul I've ever seen, but I think it's good enough, and it does a great job. I really like the light map on this track in particular, and I think it's a pretty faithful recreation. I think there's minor visual or like minor KCL differences, such as the trees being solid in like the model and stuff, but there's also a few other ones that are unintended as far as I know. I believe, I don't know if I can really show it off easily, but sometimes you can clip like the walls here because there's like the walls along the port are very slightly lifted in the collision. Sometimes you can clip them, and you couldn't in the original. I would definitely change that if that was possible too. And make sure the collision matches 100% to the one that is currently in the pack. Otherwise, yeah, no, this track is amazing. Like, this visual overall is amazing. It looks way better than the current. And I think it's a very easy yes for me. Like, one of the major flaws of this track, I mean, besides it being very old and having some noticeable flaws by today's standards, it's still a really cool track, but I think the visual overhaul was much needed. So it makes it look so much prettier, in my opinion. Just like look at the houses. Come on. It's a good overhaul. I really like it. I know it's not like the craziest or the most reinventing of all time. Like some suggestions people dropped for feedback were like adding maybe some more Super Mario Sunshine feel, since it's supposed to be based off of Delfino. And that's valid. But I kind of like what's here, man. If I'm being honest, I don't think there's anything that you really need to do more than this. I just let it rock. Maybe add like a few more tiny details and stuff around here. Like people apparently didn't really like the like mountains and like islands in the background. I know people said they were like maybe generic or something, and I think that's unfair. I do. I really like this track though. So I would say just let it ride. I don't know. It's a much needed improvement and it's a good job. So it was a yes vote from me. Good job.